Well, heavy rain and strong winds are creating challenges in Calgary tonight, which is under a state of emergency. The heavy rain is prompting flood concerns across the region. A high mountain snowpack is also cause for concern. Recent government surveys show snow levels are more than double the usual amount in some places. 4 southern Alberta river basins could see water surge if temperatures rise suddenly. For now, the cooler weather is prevailing. That's helping keep river levels at bay. But memories of the flood in 2013 are still fresh for many Calgarians. Heather Yourex-West is in Calgary, where people are watching the weather closely.
Donna, it is a sickening sense of deja vu for so many who live near the Bow River. There was already a lot of snow in the mountains causing river levels to rise during this spring melt, but with up to 150 millimeters of rain expected to dump on this region, the risk of flooding now is very real. In the pouring rain, Calgary crews have been busy, moving dirt to construct a protective berm in the hopes of keeping the nearby community safe and dry.
I think the tensions and anxieties are running high. I think that this brings up a lot of memories of 2013 and just all of the trauma associated with that.
For residents, this is a far too familiar scene, conjuring memories of a similarly rainy day 9 years ago when the Bow, Elbow, and Highwood rivers burst their banks, flooding more than 14,000 homes. One of those homes belonged to Jamie Lee and Owen Tipton. But nearly a decade later, the High River couple says they're not afraid this time around.
I kind of feel at peace with what the town has put into with the mitigation. So I don't have any fear. I have calm.
A lot of things are different in southern Alberta now. And while not all flood mitigation projects have been completed, residents are confident in the changes made. And the storm itself is not like it was then either.
Every weather event is different. I think this one is serious and it's an issue, but it's not nearly as impactful as that event back in 2013.
Like 2013, this rain comes from a slow-moving system that has parked itself over southern Alberta. But unlike 2013, up until now, this spring has been relatively dry.
The complicating factor is we have an above average snowpack in a lot of the higher elevations. And so once the rain starts to fall in those areas, it intensifies and actually gives us a bit of a worse problem as that snow melt increases the water flow.
But it's not just the rain wreaking havoc. Strong winds Tuesday downed trees and power lines, interrupting service to more than 8,000 homes. Now, the good news is that it's colder today than it was in 2013, meaning the precipitation up in the mountains isn't rain, it's snow, which means less water is likely to find its way down here. Donna?
Right, Heather Yourex-West in Calgary tonight. That snow will eventually melt, though. The question is how fast and how much rain will fall in the meantime. Global News meteorologist Tiffany Lizée is watching this for us tonight. Tiffany.
Donna, this system has been quite intense. It moved into parts of BC as well as Alberta throughout the day yesterday, and it continues to bring heavy rain, thunderstorms, and even some funnel clouds to parts of the prairies throughout today. The good news is that moisture in the Rockies is falling as snow. The reason that's good news is because that will result in a slower melt, which allows those river systems to catch up. Whereas if it was heavy rain onto snowpack, that's a quick melt, and then we could see a higher risk of severe flooding. This system is going to slowly push its way east, bringing some heavy rainfall into parts of northern Saskatchewan, wrapping its way counterclockwise. Not only heavy rain, but strong winds is what we're dealing with this system as well. Throughout the day today, here in Calgary, wind gusts nearing 90 kilometers per hour. That's starting to uproot trees. Right in front of our station, we have a tree uprooted because that soil is so saturated right now. So we'll be watching this system over the next couple of days. As it does push east, it will start to disorganize, and then we'll shift our focus on rising river water levels and how it will impact the Bow River as well as the Elbow River. So that's the situation as we move into Wednesday as well as Thursday. Donna?
All right, Global News meteorologist Tiffany Lizée in Calgary, thanks.